Rathgeber. I'm a library media specialist with McCracken County Schools. Okay, so today I want to kind of introduce you guys to Marco Polo, which is this little app right here in the middle row. Looks like a beach ball, and we're gonna click that open. And Marco Polo is basically a video walkie-talkie. And we kind of joke in my house that it's like Snapchat's less creepy cousin, because you can hold on to all your videos, you can talk as long as you want, and, kind of take out some of that Snapchat factor of like losing things and things being secretive and that kind of stuff. So what you're seeing right here is a list of all the people on my app that have Marco Polo. So all it did was it connected to my iTunes, or not my iTunes, it connected to my iPhone, and then every contact that has the app automatically pops up in this grid. Within this, so like I can click on any of these people, like this top right hand corner, that's my husband there, and I can send him a message talking right to it. Also, if you look at the very bottom, you can see all of the messages he sent me recently. Most of these, you'll notice he's walking through a grocery store, and I'm like, get this, get that, that kind of thing. But one of the things that I think is really cool and could be very useful for teachers is the option to collaborate using Marco Polo, because we're all super busy outside of school. And usually our afternoons we're taking kids every direction and all over the place. But having the option to post a question, respond when you have time, and also like actually hear all of the other people in your teaching team or your PLC, and let them have a chance to chime in on their own time, I think is really, really helpful. So if you see in the top right-hand corner, there's a plus sign, and you click on there. Now this is where like you can add any friends that you want to, and you can click on here and you can create a group. Now I have a few groups on mine, and it's kind of funny. Like, I'm sure these people aren't going to be super pumped about their pictures being in this video, but this top one, you'll see the GIF with the mom from Mean Girls. And that is actually, that's my mom tribe. My friends that I talk to on a daily, regular basis. This Oprah one right here is actually the same group of women, but it's a separate thread where we're talking about a women's conference that we're planning. So I think that's a really neat feature, that you can have two separate threads with all the same people in them, and you can organize them how you want. And there are all kinds of like random catchy little pictures and GIFs that you can attach to the thread, so you can keep them separate. And so you'll see some of those as you go through here. But the app does have a lot of fun features too. So if you are looking at the app, you can click on this little unicorn at the bottom, and it will change your voice. This is my kid's absolute favorite thing, is you can click the helium voice and sound like a chipmunk. You can make your voice super, super deep, which my 5-year-old girls think is hilarious. Or you can turn yourself into a robot. You can also draw on the screen in any color, in any way that you want to. You can add text, and in your text, you can add any emojis or anything like that you have in your keyboard, can add right onto the screen. So those are just some random like fun little tidbits. But basically what this boils down to is it's a video walkie-talkie. You send a video message, you wait for someone to pick it up, listen to it, and respond. I was talking with a teacher in our building today who said that one of our local elementary schools has picked up using it as their walkie-talkies during drop-off and pickup in the afternoons, because their walkie-talkies weren't getting great reception. And this way they can actually, if they're not sure where a kid goes, they can, like use the app to show the kid to everyone that's in the group and be like, okay, hey, which classroom does this kid need to be in? Do you recognize him? Is he an after school, or is he a car rider? Is he a bus rider? That kind of thing. So that's a really cool option. It's also, honestly, I use this in a really fun just social media sort of way, and I find that it is more personal than sending a text message. It makes me feel more connected to the people that I'm talking to. One of the people in this frame is my college roommate, who I hadn't seen in about 7 years. Actually hadn't physically seen her face in 7 years. And we connected through this app when we talk a couple of times a week. And I actually feel like I know her even better now. And I know her kids, and her kids know me and my kids. And it's a different way. Now, my family is in both North Dakota and in Canada. And so my kids use it to talk to their grandparents and talk to their cousins and their aunts and uncles and that kind of thing. So it is very fun socially, but just also a really cool app that can be utilized both socially and for collaboration within the schools or with any setting, really. So that's really all I've got about Marco Polo. I hope that you play around with the app, that you tell me what you think, that you find it helpful in some way, form, or fashion.
Get involved with Kentucky Go Digital. Attend regional events, like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel,